Now students, in this lecture, we will discuss the mode of action of the sulfonamides or the sulfa drugs. These sulfonamides are seldom prescribed alone. Usually they are prescribed in combination with the other drugs. Why these are prescribed commonly? These are prescribed because of their low cost and their efficacy. Now, what are the combinations which are given with the drug? These sulfonamides, for example, the sulfonamide is given in combination with the another drug. For example, this sulfamethoxazole, which is the sulfonamide, which is the synthetase inhibitor, is prescribed with the reductase inhibitor, folate reductase inhibitor, that is the trimethoprim, and the combination is actually known as the cotrimoxazole. Now coming towards the mode of action of the drug. These sulfonamides are actually very important drugs. Why? Because of their antibacterial activity. These are used to inhibit this enzyme. That is, they are used to inhibit dihydroteruate synthetase, because this enzyme is necessary for the conversion of this combination, that is pyridine precursor with the PABA, into the dihydrofolic acid. Now, what these sulfonamides will do, they will actually inhibit this steroid synthetase in the microorganisms or in the bacteria. Hence, there will be no formation of the dihydrofolic acid. Now, how they will do this? You know that for the synthesis of dihydrofolic acid, there is necessity of the presence of the PABA. What these sulfonamides will do, these sulfonamides are actually the structured analogues of this PABA, that is para-aminobenzoic acid. These sulfonamides will actually compete with this PABA, and then they will inhibit this enzyme, that is dihydroteruate synthetase, as already written in the diagram, that the sulfonamides, for example, the sulfamethoxazole is inhibiting this enzyme within the microorganism. I'm not talking about the human beings. Within the microorganism, as a result, there will be no formation of the dihydrofolic acid. Now, these both diagrams are representing the same mechanism, but this is comparatively an easy diagram that is representing that sulfonamide competes with the PABA, that is para-aminobenzoic acid. As a result, there will be no formation of dihydrofolic acid. As a result, definitely there will be no formation of tetrahydrofolic acid, and ultimately there will be no formation of pyridine or the glutamate, which is, or the pyrimine, which are purines, which are necessary for the DNA synthesis. Now, basically, you can conclude that these sulfonamides are the synthetic analogues of the PABA. Currently, all sulfonamides which are available in the market are the synthetic analogues of the PABA, which will compete with the PABA. As a result, they will inhibit the enzyme, that is synthetase enzyme. As a result, there will be no formation of the dihydrofolic acid. Now, these sulfonamides, sulfa drugs, also include the cotrimoxazole, or all the sulfonamides which are available in the market are actually the bacteriostatic. That is, these are the drugs which will inhibit the growth of the bacteria. They will definitely not kill the bacteria. So this was all about the mechanism of the sulfonamides. I hope you will understand the lecture. Thank you so much.